Hello, everyone. It's been a good second. I've had a very long and somewhat productive Tuesday and Wednesday. But today we're looking at the Gwyneth Paltrow trial, which is something I have been following that ended recently, and it was really goofy. It's a very goofy trial. Let's see. I just want to watch like the whole thing. Where was it? Full text. Okay. So let me give you the quick rundown of it. Basically, what it is that there's this skier, right? And this skier dude, Gwyneth Paltrow ran into the skier and at some point, and he's just been trying to sue her ever since, chasing that big bag of money. And he tried once for like $3 million or something, and he got thrown out of court. Now he's trying again for like 300,000. So. And the thing that's funny about this trial is that the lawyers, well, you'll see, they're just goofy.
Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give in the case now before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Good afternoon.
By the way, my dinner right next to me. I have pizza. Pretty good pizza.
Put that there.
Seems like evening, doesn't it?
I've been inside all day. I have no idea.
You and me both. Could you state your name and spell it for the record, please?
Yes,
By the way, the person who's talking right now, that's the lawyer.
my legal name is Gwyneth Kate
Well, not her, but-
Paltrow Falchuk. That's Gwyneth Kate Paltrow Falchuk.
Great, thank you. May I call you Miss Paltrow?
Sure.
Okay, fantastic. As you've seen the last few days, we always have the witnesses give background information, tell about yourself, etc. I have a feeling that everybody in the courtroom knows who you are, so we're not going to go through all the background. We're just going to kind of cut to the chase. Is that fair?
Sounds fine.
All right, wonderful. Let's just talk about skiing. My understanding is that you are pretty much an intermediate type skier.
So one of the things that you should note is that the person, like the lawyer who's talking right now, she's representing the dude who got hit, right, by Gwyneth Paltrow. By the way, this is like a very old thing, but it's an old old case, but yeah, she's representing the dude, and she is basically Gwyneth Paltrow's like fangirl, and it's hilarious.
I would characterize myself as intermediate.
Okay, you've been skiing since you were a child.
I have.
Okay. Do you do black diamonds, blues, greens? I'm not really a skier, so you've got to kind of help me out with this.
I prefer to do more blues than blacks.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
one more thing. While she's talking, the lawyer, I want you to think, what does this have to do with her hitting him? Like so far it's fine, but you'll see. You'll see.
And blue is intermediate, right, under black?
Yes.
Okay. And the bandana run where this accident occurred, it was a green run?
Yes, to
All
my
right.
recollection.
Fantastic. So as an intermediate skier, would you say that you skied enough to at least be familiar with the rules of skiing?
I think so, yes.
All right. And what are those rules?
I think, use common sense, ski safely, be aware of other skiers around you.
Okay. What about skiing in control? Is that something that you need to do?
Yes, absolutely.
You have to give the right of way to those who are downhill.
Yes.
Okay. You also have certain responsibilities if you're in a collision. Is that fair?
Yes, which I learned more about post the collision.
I bet. You've probably been hit over the head with all of that information since the time, right?
Indeed.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but see how she's like acting like super friendly towards Gwyneth, just I bet you'll see.
So let's talk about those things. Did you know the rules at the time of the collision, that if you're in a collision with someone, you need to give your name and information, contact information?
We're gonna skip the beginning part here because it's an hour. I'm not sitting here for an hour for. I just kind of give you some of the highlights. So, bingo. Here we go.
Psychologists have discovered that procrastination isn't caused by laziness or lack of motivation, but instead it's your coping mechanism for dealing with your unconscious fears. So want to know the only way?
Yo, something crazy? I don't care. I'm gonna blame
Was
myself
Gwyneth
for that.
Paltrow at
I'm not gonna blame it
fault?
on my unconscious self.
No.
Get out of
Was
here.
Gwyneth Paltrow's fault a cause of Terry Sanderson's harm? Oh, skip that.
There's just no response.
I realize this kind of spoils
Was Terry
the thing, but no, I'm trying to get to the goofy stuff. I think this is CBS usually has it good.
And two skis came between my skis, forcing my legs apart, and then there was a body pressing against me, and there was a very strange grunting noise. I said, "You skied directly into my effing back," and he said, "Oh, sorry, I'm sorry."
Oh
I
yeah,
just remember
this dude right here is also like a
everything was
serial
great,
liar
and then
too, for like no
I
reason.
heard something I've never heard at a ski resort, and that was a blood-curdling scream.
Take that as you will.
I can't do it. It was, and then, boom. And it was like somebody was out of control and gonna hit a tree and was gonna die. And that's what I had until I was hit. My skis are still on. They're still on. And I'm thinking I gotta placate this guy.
However, something to note in the earlier testimony here is that she knew that the skier below her had the right of way, and if she's skiing so close to him that if he just stopped, he could crash into her and she couldn't move out of the way. Yeah, I think there's something funky with that. I just realized, but
He's really mad. If he decided he wanted to jump on me right now, he could finish me off. I remember.
what? He's really mad if he decided to jump me around and to finish me off. What do you mean?
Right now, he could finish
Come on,
me off.
Joel,
I was
Joel,
so-
you
I
like the
remember-
fuck?
I remember saying,
Why are you whispering?
Now you're
twice.
you're whispering.
I know
that,
I am,
but
because that's what I heard. Nothing was coming out. My lips were moving, my tongue was moving. There was nothing coming out of my mouth, and my heart rate went up again. Okay?
It looked like what.
Who's slamming it? Oh, okay. So,
And I see this skier just slam into the back of Terry, and she just slammed him. How hard? Very hard. Very hard. And so Terry, she hits him right directly in the back. His skis actually, the tips go out like this, and he falls face down. So
Yikes.
he's kind of spread eagle, and he goes face down, and Gwyneth's on the top of him, and they go down like this, and then Gwyneth hits him, and then bounces off and slides to the right about 5 or 10 feet.
pizza.
It came up, and it probably was Craig who said, I heard him say it was Gwyneth Paltrow. And to me, it's like, I'm not into celebrity worship, so I didn't care at that point.
Did you think it was cool to collide with a celebrity?
Absolutely not. That is not who I am, no.
So Instacare, they say go get a CT tomorrow. And then he posts, and let's put that up.
Oh yeah.
So he's a poster, okay?
So one thing important to note that I forgot to mention is that this guy right here, right? So what was this? 316. One thing about him is that he said that because of this incident, right? He like became like a recluse. He didn't really go out anymore. He didn't do all of that. However, as you're about to see, the Facebook is about to tell a different story.
Poster, okay? Big on Facebook, so there are lots of pictures of him, which helps us. It helps us understand him. What does he post to his daughters? I'm famous. He doesn't
This
post
dude is
I'm
also
hurt.
goofy.
He doesn't post googly gawk. Is that the right word? Confusing stuff. Confusing stuff.
Oh yes, everyone
Had
knows
been a very high
the famous slang googly gawk.
functioning, high energy person. He was every day doing lots of things, meetup groups, skiing, wine tasting, volunteering for.
And that's the reason why this guy is saying what he said is because you know, because he's like, oh, because he's claiming he became like a recluse or
various organizations and so forth. But after his accident, he deteriorated abruptly. And many of the activities that he used to do, he stopped doing, like dancing, for the most part, his skiing activities. His personal interactions with his children and his grandchildren suffered.
You learned that Mr. Sanderson broke 4 ribs.
Yes.
Okay. And that he sustained a concussion.
Correct.
Okay. That he was taken down on a toboggan.
Yes.
Did you?
Real quick, I'm sorry if you can hear me chewing on whatever. I'm gonna go back after Twitch because I'm kind of testing to see if I can eat during, because it's like when I stream is around the time where I eat. It's a little weird, but you know.
Did you learn of that day?
No.
Did you inquire?
What is your name again? Sorry. Kristen?
Yes.
Sorry, I was going to say, Kristen,
It's all right.
I think you have to keep in mind when you're the victim of a crash, right, your psychology is not necessarily thinking about the person who
Listen, also, sorry, I'm going to give my own point. I don't like Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't like her at all. Her whole like goop thing, if you guys don't know about it, it's a brand she runs, is snake oil, essentially. Yeah, her whole goop thing, I don't, me personally, no. This guy, I also dislike, because he lies, and he's been chasing this lawsuit for a long time about it. Just because, if she was just a regular person, he would have never have chased the lawsuit, but because she's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Traded it.
So the answer to my question is
Also,
no,
I
you
love,
did not. No, you. Okay. So the
my
answer.
bad.
Is not necessarily
Psychology's not
thinking about the person who perpetrated it.
Wait,
So
hold
the
on, let me look it up. Is she a psychologist? Let me look it up. I completely forgot her name. Paltrow. You know what? I'm just gonna. Hold on, wait. I'm just gonna actually just put she has a PhD. Have a PhD. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, pseudoscience. And spent school. I'll go later. She studied art history at the university before dropping out tech. So she has no PhD, and she's like, and she's talking about fucking psychology.
Answer to my question
That's
is
why I don't like her.
no, you did not inquire.
I did not.
Okay.
Communication just feels like I can't connect. And so I keep trying, desperately trying. and yeah, personality changes is not something I just know it's different. Things are weird. I've never been so needing maps, and so I'm pretty sure I've lost visual memory because it doesn't. Knowing those turns and the houses where you turn, the streets you turn at, that feels like, and I know a little bit about that.
So by the way, he's claiming he also like the cause of this was a head injury, right? He's claiming that head injury, or like there was like something wrong with the brain. And he's claiming that was a result of Gwyneth Paltrow crashing into him.
That feels like a deficit I have. I don't retain that anymore. I can be there a dozen times and I still have to use maps to make sure I get there. Really odd.
She's a catch. Why'd you let her go?
In my choice, I wouldn't have, but I had it. After 8 months, I had to tell her to leave. I said, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, you gotta leave. And
Why'd you tell her to leave?
I knew she didn't buy into this. She didn't buy in to me not being the same person and coming into a relationship. And I said, I'm not sure I'm going to get back to normal again. And I don't want you to feel like that I'm a crippled vet and you're going to stick it out with me, because I know you would. Half a brain or whatever. I know you would, but don't do it. You need your life. You run right now. And it was a sad time for both of us, I know. And she's in a great relationship with Bill now. And that was the purpose. And I think better than what I would have brought, honestly. It's hard to admit that, but it's true.
Ms. Paltrow has sentimental feelings about skiing. Her dad, who left this life too early, took her skiing as a kid at Alta.
Yeah.
She grew up...
Like this right here? No, why did you bring that up?
Learning to ski, and those are very sentimental trips. In fact, after her dad died in his 50s, she didn't ski for a long time because it was an emotional thing for her.
$1 in symbolic damages. Is that accurate?
It's an actual
$1. Another goofy thing is that she's countersuing for $1. Well, obviously, I think, he's also going to pay, oh, hey, chicken. How you doing? But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so she's countersuing for $1, and obviously I think it's like more than $1. It's like you have to also pay for like the attorneys and all that, but she's legit just countersuing for $1. I think that's hilarious.
That I'm asking for.
Okay, but you also have testified when I asked you questions in your deposition that $1 is symbolic. Do you remember me asking you about
It's symbolic because the damages would actually be more.
Okay. But remember
I'm
me
watching this
you...
goofy. Well, I'm going over this goofy Gwyneth Paltrow trial. It's a really silly thing.
Is it symbolic? And you said yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. And I asked you as well. Well, you learned about that through Taylor Swift because she asked for $1 in symbolic damages, right?
And I think I said at that point I had not been familiar with it.
But if I want to lay it down. So just real quick for you. Also, I'm good by the way. Gwyneth Paltrow crashed into somebody a while back for skiing, right on raw skiing. The dude sued her for like $3 million or something. That case got thrown out, and now he's suing her again for like $300,000, lowered the amount, and now it's like in court. And this whole thing is really good because she is like a fangirl. Like she is, the guy that got hit's lawyer, and she's a fangirl. And yeah, and she's asking goofy questions like that's from like Taylor Swift, right? Like like being like really friendly towards her. Also, I like how this guy is like that one dude, Connor from Detroit Become Human. He looks scarily like him, but let's see. And yeah, Gwyneth is, her usual goofy self with her pseudo medicine and all that. This dude if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he was a serial liar. Now that I'm thinking about it, that might not be true. Maybe I'm thinking about another person, but anyway. He's also goofy. The lawyer here is goofy, saying things like gobbledygook. He said that at one point. It's like gobbledygook or whatever internet phrases you say.
Because she asked for $1 in symbolic damages, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I asked you as well, well, you learned about that through Taylor Swift because she asked for $1 in symbolic damages, right?
And I think I said at that point I had not been familiar with it, but I since am.
Now you are.
Yes.
But at the time, a couple years ago in 2020, you didn't know anything about Taylor Swift's $1 symbolic damage law.
Why would this relate at all? I don't know.
Lawsuit?
I was not aware at the time.
Okay. Are you good friends with Taylor Swift?
No.
Relevance.
Overruled?
You're not good friends with Taylor Swift?
I would not say we're good friends. We are friendly. I've taken my kids to one of her concerts before, but we don't talk very often.
Yeah, and by the way, that has nothing to do with that never leads anywhere. She was just asking. And now let's get into like the goofy stuff because that was like the general awkwardly funny moments. Okay, here we go.
Do you love getting high, but smoking hurts your lungs?
Also, how did you feel about the I thought the new Mandalorian? The new Mandalorian was weird, but it was like a good weird. Jack Black was great. It was interesting, to say the least, but it was a good weird. I'm just gonna say that. You know, I didn't really care for like the whole Mandalorian thing at the end there. Like she was like fighting with the Mandalorian. I was like, okay, that was kind of predictable. Everything in between, I like the whole. I wish they explored the that world more and they're like the robots are rebelling or whatever. Yeah, right. It was strange, but I did think it was decent. It was just weird.
Goggles, a helmet.
Yes.
Okay, kind of look.
In the beginning to establish like those Mandalorians. I don't know about that.
Like everybody else on the slope.
That's always my intention.
All right, hold on.
You were wearing goggles, a helmet.
Yes.
Okay, kind of looked like everybody else on the slope.
That's always my intention.
Okay. Probably had a better ski outfit, though, I bet.
I still have the same one. I just have one.
Okay.
Actress Gwyneth Paltrow is currently on trial over a 2016 accident that happened on a Park Valley, Utah ski slope. Now, a retired doctor is alleging that she crashed into him and caused some pretty serious physical damage as a result. She claims otherwise. Gwyneth Paltrow says, no, he crashed into me.
Because I just want to see it.
He has deterred you from enjoying the rest of what was a very expensive vacation.
Well, I lost half a day of skiing.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Right. Okay. May I ask how tall you are?
I'm just under 5'10".
Okay. I am so jealous.
I think I'm shrinking, though.
You and me both. I have to wear 4-inch heels just to make it to 5'5".
Well,
so
they're very nice.
Oh, thank you.
I was yelling at him.
See? Like, what does that have to do? I could understand the hype because they're trying to disprove or like cast doubt that it was her or something like that. I forget.
Pretty loud.
Or I confirm it was her. My bad, because that's her. I get mixed up because you can't, like, if you were to just take this court case without any context, you would think that the woman talking is her lawyer.
Pretty forceful.
I was pretty upset.
But
Right.
Like
You're small but mighty. Actually, you're not that small. And you're not trained in accident reconstruction.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Neither am I. All right. Are you good friends with Taylor Swift?
What does that have to do with anything? Why would you say that?
No.
It's so weird.
Overruled?
You're not good friends with Taylor Swift.
I would not say we're good friends. We are friendly. I take my kids. I've taken my
judge
kids
is
to one of her
interested too. So
concerts
like, are you
before,
good friends with Taylor
we
Swift?
don't
But
talk very often.
we're getting premium information here.
Oof, little frenemy action with Taylor Swift and Gwyneth Paltrow. My favorite part of that video was the very beginning, where she's like, well, I did lose half a day of skiing.
One, you want to disarm the person that you're cross-examining, right? And you want to get certain things on the record.
Sorry, random network, but I actually just want to see the actual case.
He has deterred you from enjoying the rest of what was a very expensive vacation.
Well, I lost half a day of skiing.
Oh, very sorry.
Yes.
Right. Okay. May I ask how tall you are?
I'm just under 5'10".
Okay. I am so jealous.
I think I'm shrinking.
You and me both.
Or at least from her. But yeah, just super weird, super funny. Here we go.
This is Wix.
The dude has some goofy moments of his own, like her lawyer, like Gwyneth Paltrow's actual lawyer.
Good morning,
So
As
we'll
for
look
Gwyneth
at that in a
Paltrow's
second.
court battle, today kicked off week 2 of her ski crash trial. Gwyneth took her seat and at times smirked while the plaintiff, 76-year-old Terry Sanderson, took the stand.
I heard a blood-curdling scream. Just, I can't do it. It was, and
You know,
then, boom.
Assuming that this was like the serial liar that I was thinking about. If this dude didn't lie as much, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten some money.
Gwyneth,
But
of course,
he
claims
just
she
lied
was the
for
one
no
hit
reason
during her testimony,
throughout
and
most
her
of it.
time on the stand has become one big meme.
Are you good friends with Taylor Swift?
No.
One person compared this exchange to an SNL skit.
I'm just under 5'10".
Okay. I am so jealous.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to
I
show
think
us
I'm
anything
shrinking
now.
though.
You and me both. I have to wear 4-inch heels just to make it to 5'5".
Well,
So
they're very nice.
well, thank you.
Another called it, quote, the very
5'5"
largest,
tall.
most privileged lawsuit I've ever seen.
After
Bingo.
the
That's a
incident,
great
she got a
comparison.
massage.
I still felt very shaky. I
If you think about that, they're also talking about skiing, which is hilarious.
decided to go in early and get a massage.
My yoga instructor decided, I don't like you anymore.
Well, I lost half a day of skiing.
I'm using my hands a lot.
Across the pond, Prince Harry shocked everyone with this surprise appearance at London's High Court for a preliminary hearing.
I
in his
don't care about Prince Harry. No, wait, I don't really care about Prince Harry. Yeesh. Who was the other guy? Well, what was the other guy's name? Who was the other guy's name? Oh, damn. Well, we'll just look
It's
at
high-tech computer animation of what Gwyneth Paltrow says happened on the
Sanderson.
ski slope. That's Paltrow in black, and retired optometrist Terry Sanderson is in blue.
2 skis came between my skis, forcing my legs apart, and then there was a body pressing against me, and there was a very strange grunting noise.
Sanderson claims Paltrow is the one who slammed into him.
Never been hit that hard, and I'm flying. I'm absolutely flying.
Paltrow remained quiet as she
I'm
walked
flying.
into court this morning.
Good looks, Gwyneth.
Her
He
conservative
uses his
courtroom
hands a lot,
style has
too.
been making headlines every day. But is it helping or hurting her case with the jury?
I think Gwyneth's outfits are actually helping her with the jury. They're all
Okay.
very everyday.
I'm not looking at like fucking criminal thing. So Sanderson. Bingo. There we go. Where's Mr. Sanderson? Okay, there we go. He's also a goofball here.
We heard from Gwyneth Paltrow. Now it's time to hear from the man suing her, Terry Sanderson, as he
Yep.
testifies that the actress and entrepreneur knocked him down on a ski slope and changed his life forever. We break down some of the major moments.
Look at him. How can you not love
Welcome
that?
to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Goofy ass motherfucker, bro.
I have covered a lot of stories at Law and Crime, but if there's one thing I can tell you throughout all of them is that
Let me
you
show
have
me
to
the
stay
clips.
safe.
Did you want to be here the last 4 days, last week, inside the courtroom?
I love spending time with my daughters and have them hear what they had to say, but In this case, I didn't want to be here because I wanted them to speak totally freely and without the discomfort of being in my presence if they had something to say.
Is that why you weren't here?
Absolutely, yes.
It's interesting he said that because the reporting indicated, and what we were under the impression initially, was that he didn't want to be there because of his medical issues, right? So we believed he wasn't there.
Oh yeah, so I'm right.
Because it might have been triggering
so he is
for him
the
to hear a description.
he is the criminal liar. So yeah, he kind of fucked himself with the lying.
It's like a building scream. Just, I can't do it. It was, and then, boom. And it was like somebody was out of control and gonna hit a tree and was gonna die. And that's what I had until I was hit.
That's what was going on in your mind.
Overruled. I got hit in my back so hard, and I'm right at my shoulder blades, and it felt like, and was perfectly centered, and the fists and the poles were right there at the bottom of my shoulder blades. Serious smack. Never been hit that hard, and I'm flying. I'm absolutely flying.
Now,
I'm flying. I'm absolutely flying. Goofy, but I mean, I don't think Gwyneth Paltrow weighs that much. I mean, maybe if you were hit by like Shaq, maybe I could see. You know, if you were suing Shaq right now, I could see that. I mean, yeah, like I'm pretty sure your head injury would be an actual thing, assuming that no, but I want I want to go flying.
Airborne.
Well, all I saw was a whole lot of snow, and I didn't see the sky, but I was flying in that sense. I had no control. Everything's black.
Did the person who struck you land on top of you?
I wouldn't know that. I absolutely would not know that. I was just surprised. I had no upper body strength enough to be able to catch myself. I had no idea.
Do you remember hitting your head on the ground?
No, that part, nope, that's all gone.
So he says he is slammed from behind, alluding to Paltrow being out of control and hitting him and screaming wildly. And he gets into this very vivid detail of what happened. But remember, he also suggests he was knocked out cold. Now, could this very well have happened the way that he says? Sure, and sometimes people remember trauma very clearly. But obviously there are going to be issues of how he remembers this if he was knocked unconscious and he has brain injuries.
Bingo.
Is he remembering this as accurately as he thinks? That's going to be a central question for the jury, because he, like Gwyneth Paltrow, is adamant about what happened.
Terry, did you cause the ski collision with Mrs. Paltrow?
Absolutely not. I swear to my God and my family and my other Father in heaven, it's like, no, I didn't.
Never say that. Don't.
Okay, so after Sanderson claims that Paltrow knocked into him, he then argues a man named Eric Christensen, the ski instructor that was part of Paltrow's group. He was actually working with Paltrow's son Moses that day on the slopes.
Fucking what? No.
Paltrow's group. He was actually working with Paltrow's son Moses that day on the slopes.
This is fucking funny. Yeah, so can you take my son Moses? I mean, Moses is a good name, but why would you name your son Moses? Like, yeah, it's weird. That's like naming your son like Jesus, or naming him like Stark or Tony, or no, well, not Tony, but like Stark, like naming him like Michael Jackson, not just Michael, just Michael Jackson. It's goofy.
He says he comes over, and not only does this man not help him, but Sanderson claims that Christensen was yelling at him.
Did you know who he was?
I had no idea. No idea.
Well,
it was just a very angry person trying to bully me into believing something that I didn't think could happen was I heard a woman's voice, right? Again, couldn't move. And about the third time he went through that, and it's getting louder, and I started to understand what he was saying, and he was really insistent that I was doing something wrong and hit somebody. And I remember in desperation, because I couldn't move anything, I couldn't fight, I couldn't flight. Who's going to try? And I tried moving something, and I could move my skis a little bit. I could just feel just below my knee, I could just slide my skis a little bit. And that's an important point. My skis are still on. They're still on. And I'm thinking, I got to placate this guy. He's really mad. If he decided he wanted to jump on me right now, he could finish me off. I was so...
If he were to finish me off. It's goofy as fuck, man. Man really said, if you were to finish me off. Yes, because everyone knows that the best place to murder someone is on some ski slopes. Yes. If you were to kill one person, it's there, ski slopes. Yep. Fucking goofy.
So I remember saying,
Kombat, yeah.
Okay, now you're
twice.
You're whispering.
I know
now,
I am,
but
because that's what I heard. Nothing was coming out. My lips were moving, my tongue was moving. There was nothing coming out.
Bro got
of
hit
my
with the
mouth,
finisher, bro.
and my heart rate went up again.
Okay. It looked like what you were mouthing was, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry. And
so mind you, how did he say all of this when he was unconscious? To be fair, he could have been conscious for the first like 3 seconds. So.
Nothing was coming out, and to me, I heard nothing.
When you kind of mumbled, whispered, whatever you want to call it, "I'm sorry," was that you apologizing for causing the accident?
No, absolutely not. I was trying to placate this man in the only defensive manner that I could.
Christensen would categorically deny doing this when he took the stand later on in the day. He said he didn't yell at anybody. That's interesting because originally Sanderson sued Deer Valley and Christensen partly for emotional distress. The idea was, hey, I just got violently hit, and no one, neither Paltrow nor Christensen nor anybody else, gave me help. So I'm in there on the snow, injured. This is a very distressing situation. He even alleged that Christensen tried to cover up for Paltrow by filing a false report of what happened. Very serious allegations there. The judge ultimately threw that claim out.
Yep.
It was determined this was not a hit-and-run type case, but just purely a negligence case. Well, from here, Sanderson testified how he was informed that the person he collided with was, in fact, Gwyneth Paltrow. He claims he wasn't into celebrity worship, but he did end up having to address a very controversial email that he sent to his daughters hours after the crash that read, "I'm famous." Now, the idea here is...
So the words "I'm famous" him to say, I think it's going high close on the celebrity. Was that your thing on that? With this, I mean, that's kind of like you don't have to do like you don't have to be in like celebrity worship in order just to say, oh, like to make like that kind of like it'd be me if I hit like, I don't know, like if I was like playing golf and then Chris Pratt, like I hit Chris Pratt or he hit me with the ball. I would say the same thing, be like, I'm famous. I'm the person that Chris Pratt hit, you know.
Weird thing to write. Are you only going after Gwyneth Paltrow because she's a celebrity? Are you only going after her for the money grab? Were you really hurt? Did you cause the crash? Well, here's Sanderson explaining this email.
Yeah.
And the subject said, "I'm famous." Do you see that?
I do.
Why did you write, "I'm famous"?
See, at this point, you could easily dismiss it as like, oh, it's just a joke. However,
again, my head was scrambled. All I was trying to do is desperately communicate with my kids before they heard from somebody else I got crushed. So,
and your first words are, "I'm famous." It could have just been like a lighthearted thing.
didn't pick my words well. Not at all how I felt, and I really was trying to add a little levity to a serious situation, and it backfired. Little did I know that this is where it'd be.
Well, that's certainly an explanation. We're going to have to see if the jury believes that. But now I do want to get into when Sanderson talks about what he saw.
Here's the thing. If he'd said stuff like that and he just didn't lie, I feel like he could have gotten like some money, but I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't actually there. I don't know if he hit her or she hit him. I don't know. Doesn't matter now because they're both goofy and they're both
as a result
really
of the crash. And this is important, particularly for the purposes of damages, right? What harm did the plaintiff suffer? And he talks about that he's not the same person and that he even had to break up with his girlfriend as a result of what happened.
I can't ski anymore. I was told that if I did and had another crash, that I could wind up full-time in a nursing home. I'm a much more careful person. I don't take any risks and more brain damage, and I'm not sure.
Why are you not investing in tax liens? No, seriously. Why are you not investing into one of the most incredible real estate strategies?
Sure.
I understand your question exactly.
Have you had any kinds of
incredibly risky
or headaches?
Risk.
Of course, initially, that was just my life was living in an orange chair, sitting there initially, and sleep for 12 hours, and then sit for half an hour and tell Carlene I gotta go back to bed.
But to be fair, it's not like that anymore.
No, it's not. Upside down and backwards, communication just feels like I can't connect, and so I keep trying, desperately trying, and personality changes is not something I just know it's different. Things are weird.
You ever get lost?
Oh my gosh, that was among the first signs when I tried to get out.
Let's talk about Carlene. We heard her testify last week.
So basically, because of this incident, like brain injury, you just heard it. He became less social, all of that. He had to break up with his girlfriend, all of that, right? Now, that does sound like, that's very sad, right? You even seem a little crying here. However,
and he tried to show that what Sanderson was saying on the stand doesn't quite match up to prior statements he made, particularly in depositions. And that includes his statements about the "I'm famous" email and about whether Sanderson thought it was cool that he got into a crash with a celebrity.
I wrote "I'm famous" because it's cool that I had a collision with a celebrity. Was that your thinking at the time? And you said yes. Do you deny it?
Hold on.
Not if you have it on record, no. I don't deny it. I don't remember it. But
well, let's go to page 15. Can you bring that up? Move to publish the deposition.
Your Honor, he said he doesn't deny it, so why are we publishing?
Because he earlier denied it.
I'll overrule the objection and permit that portion of the deposition to be published.
May I ask when this happened?
Sure. Like 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago, you told this jury, "I've never thought it was cool that I had a collision with a celebrity."
Bingo.
Do you recall that?
Yes, I guess I did say that. Absolutely.
And that's not a true statement, is it?
Presses Sanderson on more inconsistent statements.
Yeah.
When we talked about you being unconscious, and do you agree that someone who's unconscious doesn't have a stopwatch to figure out how long they were actually unconscious?
I agree. That's true.
Everything you've learned was from Craig after the collision.
No.
Yeah, that's over vague, and that's I'll withdraw it because I agree that's
not everything. It's not everything. Sorry.
Right. As far as level of length of unconsciousness, do you agree that you weren't stopwatching yourself?
I have no idea.
Yeah, and yet you did tell people it varied over time. First a few seconds, then 5 minutes, then 10 minutes. You did that, right? Do you disagree?
Yes, it did vary.
And why did you do that? Why would you say, I don't know, then it's a few seconds, then it's 5 minutes, and then you told your psychiatrist at the VA it was up to 10 minutes long? Why did you change?
I had no idea, and I was searching. I really had no idea, and I was trying to answer. I sometimes make that mistake at guessing, but I really didn't know.
And it was to try to get the attention of the doctor. Do you remember telling me that?
I don't think this is in this portion, but basically with the whole, oh, I'm not as social anymore, all that. Well, they actually take a look at his Facebook, and on his Facebook, it shows him like, you know, during like the year after he got hit, being very social, and skydiving, parasailing, all that. So I don't think your story kind of matches up.
I don't.
And Owens really hit Sanderson on his ability to recall what happened.
Yeah. And he also recalls and all of that. So yeah, the thing is, Sanderson, I don't really like liars. I'm not a fan of them. But he's an old man. I don't really know. I don't know. Gwyneth Paltrow though, I don't like her at all. Let me show you, if you don't know, let me show you something. So she has this thing, right? Bingo. So she has this thing. I hope I don't get like banned off here, or you know, she doesn't show, because I know she has like a lot of certain women's products. So look. So, you know, she's got mini dresses, she's got whatever. This is all fine, right? However, what she also has oh, here we go. Wellness. Perfect. Goop Glow via brightening eye cream, active renewal cleanser, kind of dry skin kit. Let me see if I can find enough. Theragun resurfacing body serum. It's a bunch of snake oil, pretty much. And she has like yoga classes and on a cleansing oil balm. Wait, makeup in the day with the silky balm, skin activator. It's just a bunch of stuff. Now, I do think that, you know, she actually got some backlash for it, so I think she took it down some of it. But I know but there's some stuff here. Oh, that's fun. Let's see. I know there was some stuff that was like cure, beauty, fashion. Where was it? Was it food? I think it was food and home. Candles. Oh yeah, she also has she had a vagina candle. Thing was, wait, hold on. Goop X Heretic. I'm interested. Bingo. There it is. It's sold out too. Fucking hilarious. It's fucking goofy, bro. It smells like my vagina. Yeah, so Moist Critical had one of these, and it was fucking goofy. But he had it just for, you know, just for a good joke. So, roll on. Fucking hilarious. Oh yeah. Let's see. Wellness. Therabody. Oh yeah, the Detox Shop. They have that. Tools and oh yeah, here we go. Vitamins and supplements. Metabolism boosting super powder. A Goop Glow morning skin super powder. If you read something that says super at any point in time, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. If super is in the title, no. Say dose of 7 keto plus 7 extract and holy basil. Holy basil. You know, I know this was about the trial, but we kind of finished the trial, and I just kind of want to talk about Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, Holy Basil is an actual thing. I thought I okay. Maybe it's like Holly Basil. I'm not entirely sure, but they also have like really goofy names like Balls in the Air. I'm working really hard at an intense pace and don't have time to slow down. It doesn't even say what it is. Hold on, I want to say this. Free shipping, of course. Product details, antioxidant. Yeah. So this is what protocol defense, so you can play offense. Protocol plays defense, so you can play offense. Does play. I just want to keep it that way. It contains. Yeah. How to use. Maybe talks increase the risk of birth defects. Balls in the air. Why am I so effing tired? The mother load. High school jeans. Morning, another one of those. Tox. The whole detoxing and all of that knocked me out. That's all pretty much bullshit. Like, oh, let me see if I can find. I know there was like a detox thing. There was a detox shop. Yeah. Oh yeah. So this is what the main thing she sells is like a detoxing stuff. Really goofy stuff. The bees. I like how it doesn't say this bee. It says the bee. The bee signifies strength and endurance. Acid glow serum. Yeah, detoxing, but immediately putting acid in your arm. Whatever. It's not the same thing, but it doesn't sound like detox. Dark spot exfoliating sleep milk. Mix overnight. Over time to exfoliate, resurface, and moisturize, leaving your skin glowy, smooth, practically poreless, and baby soft. The renewal mask. This ultra and some of this is pretty goofy. This ultra luxurious saloon level deep conditioner. Leaves your hair nourished, healthy, and fall fine. Now I know that there's like a lot of these, right? But like I know there's like a lot of these kind of stuff, but it's the fact that it's promoted by like a celebrity. Mind you, Gwyneth Paltrow was Iron Man's love interest in Marvel, so designed to bring the biological benefits of natural light indoors. How about you just get a regular fucking lamp? Or how about you go outside? I don't know. Turmeric invigorating body scrub. It's goofy. The power ring. the ring of power. The ring of power. Hairbrush. That looks like a goofy ass hairbrush. Yeah. I'm very careful because I know they have certain women's stuff, but yeah, that doesn't look bad. I'm just hoping I don't see like you know what I mean? Water purifier. It uses steel cartridges that can be refilled time and time again instead of single-use plastic ones. Well, it's not exactly a water purifier. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm done looking at Gwyneth Paltrow's goofy stuff. I'm afraid I might find just a dildo on there. I don't want to see a dildo. But anyway, yeah, goofy stuff, goofy trial. I'll have a stream tomorrow, probably on whatever game I'm playing. But yeah, hope you all have a good day. This is really goofy stuff. Hope you have a good day, chicken. All that jazz, and yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.